So, what can we make with our leftover Easter eggs? Something chocolatey, but not just chocolate. Let's make some Rockyroad. So, to make Rockyroad, we're going to take some chocolate, some marshmallows, and some popcorn and mix it all together and make a sweet, salty treat. That's a little bit different from your Easter egg, but still sweet enough as a delicious treat to treat you this weekend. So you can add popcorn. I like the salt and sweetie one, my favourite. You can add marshmallows, you can add nuts, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make this as a treat for a friend who doesn't eat nuts. So I've got some chocolate in a plastic bowl, and in this metal bowl I've got some hot water. Now it is very hot, so I would get an adult to do this with you. Now I'm going to place the bowl of chocolate into the bowl of hot water to melt it. Now I'm not letting the water go inside the chocolate bowl itself. I want to keep the chocolate and the water separate, but I'm going to use the heat to start to melt the chocolate, and you can start to sort of see it now, melting the chocolate. Yeah. So use a metal spoon, be very gentle. I'm not putting my hand into the water, but I would get an adult to help me with this one. You could always microwave the chocolate, but you always run the risk of burning it. Milk chocolate, such as this one, has a low melting point because it's got quite a lot of fat and sugar in it. So if you use a darker chocolate, it will take longer to melt, and the microwave method might be a little bit easier with that darker chocolate. But my friend likes milk chocolate, so that's what I'm going to use here. So I'm melting the chocolate. I'm going to take my time and let it melt thoroughly. So there you go, I've melted my chocolate, it's all nice and runny. And I want to mix in my other ingredients before it cools down and hardens again. So I'm going to take a handful of popcorn, and I'm going to break it up in my hand and crush it into my chocolate. Yum, yum, yum. A little bit more, I think. There you go. So I've crushed it up in my hand, and now I'm going to mix it through. This is a really simple recipe. Oh, maybe a bit more chocolate, maybe a bit more popcorn actually. So crush it up. Use your hands to break it up. You have to use your biceps for all these recipes I'm giving you this week. Tiny bit more. Just 1 or 2 more pieces. There you go. So there's still a little bit of chocolate, more chocolate in here I should say, than there is popcorn, and that's perfect because we're now going to add in some marshmallows. So I've got these marshmallows, they are vegetarian, and if you are a vegetarian, make sure you check that there is no gelatin, pork gelatin in them. You want vegetarian gelatin. So I've placed a handful of marshmallows in there. I'll do a few more, like that, and then I'm going to mix it together. Really, really easy. So there's not a lot of steps in this one. Now make sure you mix it well and that you get all of the nice bits off the bottom, and you can add a little bit more if you need to. So I'm going to add a few more marshmallows in here, just so I can get it to the right consistency that I like. It wants to be not as runny as the melted chocolate. It doesn't want to be quite stick together. So guys, I've mixed it all together, and there we have my Rockyroad. Now I'm going to place it onto a plate with some baking paper, and I'm going to pop it into the fridge to freeze it so that it sets pretty quickly and it goes hard. So because I'm going to break it up, I don't really mind what shape I place it on the plate. I'm going to try and spoon it out a little bit so that it's not too thick, and I can break it up and make it look nice at the drop the bowl at the end. This is the point where you get to taste test it. So once you finish with the spoon and you're going to put it into the sink to wash it, you could possibly lick the spoon. But don't lick the spoon if you're going to put it back into the bowl and put it back onto the mix of something that you are making, if you're making it for someone else. That would not be hygienic. So there we go. All done. So what I did was I melted a little bit of white chocolate. This is called caramel, so it's like a caramel chocolate. In the same method that we did with the hot water. And I've made it all runny, and now I'm going to drizzle it on top just for something a little bit extra. You don't have to do this bit, but it can be a little bit fun and it makes it look a little bit cool. So I'm going to do some drizzles like this. And you could even colour this chocolate. We could colour it blue or red or pink, and you can make almost unicorn striped chocolate, which I have made before, and that I quite like. So there's my drizzles. Lovely. And now I'm going to put this, like I said, into the freezer. I want it to go rock hard so that I can break it into pieces and then put it in a little bag as a gift for my friend. So there you go. Let's put it in. And here is my homemade Rockyroad, straight out of the freezer, so it's very hard. I'm going to break it up into pieces and then I'm going to put it in a nice bag for my friend as a gift. There we have it. Easy Rockyroad.